What's up? It's me, Ahmad, and it is currently 3:41 a.m. That's not the point of this. Anyway, I'm starting a new series on my channel. If y'all have noticed, I'm doing a lot this month, but y'all haven't seen that yet. But I have a lot planned. Anyway, I'm doing Am I the A-hole? You know what it is. You've probably seen like videos about it. But if you don't know, Am I the A-hole is a subreddit where people go and submit their stories and have the internet judge them. So we're gonna judge them today. So also, before I get started, if you have any anonymous confessions you want me to read to the entire internet, you can either look at the pinned comment below or in the description, and I will make a video about it. Other than that, let's get started. The first story is: Am I the a-hole for eloping with my husband and taking the experience away from my sister, according to my aunt? Wait, they've already been voted not the a-hole, but let's see if we agree. Long story short, my husband, 30M, and I, 31 female, got married in a different state than our family resides. My husband had not yet had the chance to meet my distant relatives, including my aunt, before we eloped. Our wedding was just the two of us and our officiant. I don't know how to pronounce that word. On a pretty hiking trail in Tennessee. Cute. God, I cannot read. Cute little ceremony. We said our vows, exchanged rings, took some pics, and that was it. I had told my family about 2 weeks before that I was going to do this. My sister has always wanted me to have a wedding so that she could be my maid of honor. She was disappointed, but ultimately said it was my choice. About a week later, we went on vacation with my aunt, who had voiced she felt I took away my sister's experience, and also told me that she didn't like my husband because she didn't get to meet him before we got married. My husband responded with a wah 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 wah, ended up getting her even more angry. Additional information. When I asked my sister how she felt about what my aunt had said, she replied, "That's a conversation for you and I to have once, and then it'd be done." Yeah, you're not the a-hole. Like, why is your sister not even mad? Your sister was in it. She wanted to be in it, but why your aunt getting mad? Also, she your aunt. Why she need to meet your husband? They getting married? There's generally no reason why the husband would need to meet the aunt unless like the aunt raised her or something. I don't know. They didn't say it, but you are not the a-hole. Let's read some comments. Your aunt sounds insufferable and butting into things that are none of her business. Exactly. I love your husband's response to the bitter old aunt. Wah wah. You took nothing away from your sister. It was her dream to be a maid of honor, not your requirement. I was still clear of the bitter aunt. She's a troublemaker, not the a-hole. Congratulations on your nuptials. The F? How is it your wedding an experience for your sister? In what kind of effed up world you need to throw a wedding, spend a lot of money and time so your sister gets to dress up and play maid of honor? God forbid you want a best friend as a maid of honor. That would give your aunt a heart attack. Womp womp, not the a-hole. Am I the a-hole for telling my sister I don't care about her fear of bridges and to get out of my car if it's going to be an issue? That reminds me of that episode of The Middle where Brick was terrified of a bridge, so he would not let his parents drive over it, and so every time they got by a bridge, they like had to go somewhere else. I would be down to make a video about The Middle. Well, if you knew her, you don't know nothing about that. But anyway, but yeah.
Bridge!
They said she's not the a-hole, but is she really not the a-hole? I'm in this friend group from high school that met up every summer. Me and my sisters are in this friend group. We are 22 and 23. She has ADHD and will hyperfix and will hyper fix. Okay, I'm not the one that's crazy. She just wrote this wrong. Will get hyper fixated on things. She asked for a lift to the event, and I went out of my way to pick her up. Oh, speaking of which, ADHD, I don't have it. My mom thinks she has it. She be trying to diagnose me. It's a whole thing. I be having to tell her I don't have ADHD. You might. I'm not gonna lie. I do be getting distracted. You know, I do hyperfixate on things, but that's just because I'm a perfectionist. I swear, if somebody says that means you got ADHD, I want to say something, but I'm trying to build a fan base here, so I'ma just keep it hush. But psst, I see dead people. There and asked her to put the directions to the restaurant on my phone. The drive was about 45 minutes when I knew it should only be about 10. That's weird. I took my phone and noticed that there had it so no routes that would cross a bridge. We live near a river. There are many rivers and bridges. Oh, same. New Orleans. There's
2,000 years later.
Maybe I do got ADHD, because why did I randomly say that? I picked the fastest route and she freaked. She told me I cannot go over a bridge. That she is afraid of driving on them. This is new. Yeah, I think it would be new because y'all sisters, y'all grew up together. Did something happen to her like Brick when she saw something traumatic happen on a bridge? I explained this is the fastest route and I'm not going to be late or dive an extra 35 minutes. This turned into the argument. God, she cannot spell. You the a-hole for not being able to spell. Like, wait, how old are you? I don't know if you're 22 or 23, but you in your 20s. Like at the oldest, you 23. That means your brain 2 years away from developing. How I got better grammatical skills than you and I'm 18. I don't know if you're in college or not, or if you graduated or whatever. You need to go back. You just slow. Like, this turned into an argument and we were going in circles. By the end, I told her I do not care about her new fear of bridges and to get out of my car if it will be an issue. She eventually got out and did not go to the event. She is pissed and she is calling me all types of names. Despite the several grammatical errors in this submission, no, you're not the a-hole. Because, first of all, where did she get the fear of bridges from? Who is just afraid of bridges? Bridges are everywhere. What, you scared the bridge gonna fall? Yes. Have I been concerned that a bridge is gonna fall? Yes, definitely. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh no, I haven't. But like, you think that's a crippling fear of mine? No. I gotta cross the river. Gotta go back and forth. If you're afraid of bridges, is she afraid of planes? Like, is she afraid of air travel? Like, is she afraid of anything that's like in the air? Because like, the next trains can be in the air. Subways are trains. Airplanes, buses. If she drove the bus is going to cross the bridge. They're not going to ask her, is anyone afraid of bridges on here? No, they're just going to drive across the bridge. They don't care. Let's read some comments. Not the a-hole. I've been terrified of bridges my entire life. Is this a common fear? How many people are scared of bridges? I've never met one person afraid of a bridge. Have I been a little nervous? Yes, but that's not because I'm afraid of bridges. That's because I got this cousin. He sometimes be speeding. Not more for real, but like a couple years back, he was driving me home. He was on the bridge. The speed limit like 60 something. I look at the thing, he going 90. He was late to go somewhere. I've never been so scared in my life. But the lesson of that was not to be afraid of the bridge. Be afraid of the driver. What happened to this girl? She didn't explain. She didn't explain it to the sister either. How you just gonna randomly drop a new fear on somebody? You can't do nothing like that. They're unavoidable. I just deal with it. It's my fear, not everyone else's. Exactly. If I'm driving solo, I'll an alternate route to avoid a particular bridge. But that's because I'm alone and can control where I go. And even then, they can't always be avoided. Exactly. Are you telling me? I live in Louisiana. We literally have a giant river like dividing the state. If I want to go anywhere in this state, I have to go on a bridge. We got bayous, we got rivers, we got all this kind of stuff. We got to cross the bridge eventually. We have some of the longest bridges in the world. Thank God I'm not terrified of bridges. I don't know what it's called if you have bridge phobia, but if she was afraid of bridges and lived down here, she would literally have a heart attack. Okay, I thank God for Google. Yeah, I can't pronounce that. I'm afraid of tunnels under rivers. I suck it up. I feel bad for you because there are way more bridges over rivers. Why? Well, actually, I kind of get the tunnel thing. Every time I go into a tunnel, it's a bit off-putting, but like I'm not terrified. It's just like, what if it just floods up in here? That's my only concern, because they do flood a lot down here. It floods when it rains. Not the a-hole. She tried to assert dominance, basically same thing, over the situation without explaining or asking. Yeah, she did not explain. Like I said, she didn't explain the fear. She just sat in the car and did that. It was not okay for her to assume she could extend the drive so significantly without even a discussion. And given the fact that OP went out of her way to get her, yeah, that wasn't gonna work out in your favor. That was not gonna work out in your favor. Let's not lie, little sis. And presumably you planned for the drive you expected, not one that would be 5 times as long. She needs to work on coping mechanisms in the face of emergent fears, and figure out how to live her life in a way that does not impose unfair restrictions on others. Exactly. That's like me being terrified of bridges, not wanting to leave where I'm at. I'm leaving. I'm definitely leaving this city. As soon as August hits, I'm out of here. Oh, not the a-hole. She is the a-hole. She can call a cab next time. You are not her taxi, and she doesn't get to tell you how to drive in your own car. You are not her therapist, and you have no obligation to treat her unfounded fears. Exactly. That's her job. Her choice not to ride with you. Her problems, not yours. She better tell the cab driver to avoid the bridges too and see what happens. Oh yeah, them cab drivers don't be caring. Let's get on to the next story. Am I the a-hole for not making my only sister my maid of honor? They voted not the a-hole. Why I want an a-hole. That sounds crazy out of context. 26, female, just got engaged to my longtime partner, 27M. We got engaged on a holiday in Europe. Super romantic. Yeah. Lucky for y'all. If I ever see one of them things in Paris, the locks, I'm cutting it off. Why? Because I'm single. I called my sister, 23, female, a couple hours later to tell her the exciting news. She did not say congratulations, but simply, I knew you'd get married before me, in the most monotone voice ever. Okay. I wouldn't even say that to my friend. I would say congratulations. If one of my friends that's in a couple right now told me, oh yeah, they get married, first off, I'd be like, we too young for you to be getting married. That's the first thing I would say. But like, if I'm older, I'd be like, oh, congrats. I'm not gonna be like, I knew you get married before me because I'm just so lonely. No. What? My sister has always undermined my achievements or happy news of mine since we were young, so this reaction didn't surprise me. Cut this sister off. I'm shocked you told her at all. If one of my siblings undermined all my achievements like this, well, they're literal children. But if they did, I'm never talking to them again. As soon as I leave this house to go to college, never talk to them again. Fiance thinks she's probably upset because our engagement is not about her and she loves attention. Oh my god, this attention. attention seeker. I was about to say something else, but nope. This was about 2 months ago, and since then, my fiance and I are starting to make wedding plans. I decided to make my best friend 25F my maid of honor because although we have only been friends for 18 months, we've been by each other's sides through some horrible instances at work as well as personal life. Yes, I agree with this. My closest friend, who I've mentioned in my Q&A, I've only known him for 2 years. Yeah, like just about 2 years. One of my closest friends ever, you know, when I get married, he would definitely be like top up there, really up there for who would be my best man. Don't tell him that. He probably gonna watch this, but it's whatever. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I probably should have said this at the beginning. I don't have Reddit. He gave me these stories, so thank you. Find some better ones next time because these kind of, I'm kidding. Was also incredibly happy about our engagement news, which was obviously the complete opposite reaction from my sister. Exactly. She should be the maid of honor anyway. She supports y'all more. I've told my parents that I'm making my best friend my maid of honor, and they were not too pleased that I chose someone I've known for a year over someone I know my whole life, my sister. Obviously, you know your sister your whole life. She your sister. Y'all not adopted. Y'all weren't separated at birth. I don't know why am I attacking this woman? I've explained that not only has my friend been by my side through some tough situations, my parents are aware of this. Then shut up. Not you, the parent. She was/is happy for me, whereas my sister was not. My dad is okay with this, but my stepmom, she not your mama. Tell her shut up. Tell that lady, cause she nothing. Tell that lady shut up. Tell that lady mind her business. This has nothing to do with you. You married your way into this family. This is my family. Hush your mouth. 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 Very selfish that I have not chosen my own sister to be my maid of honor. Is the stepmom her actual mama? Y'all like half siblings or whatever? But you know, obviously she not calling her half sister. So I'ma just assume that they got the same mom and daddy. So by that case, the stepmom is even more invalid. She needs to shut up. These not your kids. These not your kids. Shut up. Like, my sister found out a couple days later. Stepmom told her, even though I asked her not to. I wanted to tell my sister myself. Cut this woman off. Cut the sister off. Cut the stepmom off. The dad's alright. Tell him to get a divorce. Because this woman is crazy. And she is livid. She also thinks I'm incredibly selfish. And how could I possibly do that to her? She called me horrible and started crying, saying she would never do this to me. I thought you said, of course you get married before me. When you get married, are you even? It seemed like you single, cause a person in a relationship wouldn't care as much. I'm single, but I wouldn't care that much. Like, you think I care? Oh no, I'm not your best man. I don't care. I'm invited to the wedding? Okay, cool. Free food. I ain't got less work for me. I just gotta sit there and look good, like I do on a daily basis. Yeah. It cut off. Ran out of storage. It is now 4 a.m. Nope, actually I was wrong. It's 5. Yay, I could have been done already. Anyway. She also thinks I am incredibly selfish, and how could I possibly do this to her? It's not your wedding. She called me horrible and started crying, saying she would never do this to me. Well, I guess we'll never know, because would you want to marry her? I would never marry her. Also, she seemed like a great person to be with. If anybody out there single, go for her sister, OP sister. It's typical of my sister and manipulating, because she always does this, cries and blames whenever something doesn't go her way. Again, she's a grown woman. Cut her off. 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 How many times do I have to tell you this? At this point, you enabling her. I say leave. So important. My sister currently lives on the other side of the country. She has told me she will fly home for the wedding, but obviously will not be here for other parts of the wedding, including dress shopping and the bachelorette party. No words. No words. Cool. For not making my sister my maid of honor. P.S. I hope this all makes sense. I have ADHD and struggle to tell coherent stories. Well, you told a pretty coherent story here. Cut them off. You're not the a-hole. You're not. But I would say you are the a-hole. If you continue to stay in contact with these people, it should be pretty easy to cut your sister off because she lives on the opposite side of the country. So the comments. Not the a-hole. Your wedding, your choice. Your sister is acting like an entitled a-hole, and it sounds like your whole family is very used to that. Yep. It's her day. Yes, because it's her day. It's not her day, it's yours. You get to choose who stands up for you. The logistics are just the icing on the cake. Of course you wouldn't be doing maid of honor things. Why would you give up those things? Let her cry. Maybe it's not a close friend or a close friend among your family to handle her during the wedding and reception so she doesn't cause problems. Oh yeah. This attention seeker, she's definitely going to try to, take up all the attention from you on your wedding day. God. Definitely the a-hole for running to tell the sister and stir the pot. Exactly. Cut this woman off. Cut both of them off. Cut both of these women out your life. That's not your ex-little mama. You'll be fine. You'll find another. You can find another mother figure that's probably better than her anyway. First class. I don't know how to say. I know how to say it, but I'm not going to. So I'm gonna just say poo. Stirrer. Can't stand people like that. Not the a-hole. Not the a-hole. Traditional parents often expect that siblings will take priority in the wedding party. But that tradition is just about dead. Yeah, I don't really hear about that too often unless, they choose to do that, because at the end of the day, it's the bride's choice or the wet bride or groom's choice to include their family in the wedding party. That's not really up to nobody. That's not up to the siblings. That's not up to the stepmama. That's not up to the daddy. Your wedding party should be people who love and respect you and have supported you. Your sister seems to hit none of those categories. The maid of honor also has added responsibilities and can't really be a role for someone who doesn't live there and won't be traveling back and forth for anything for the wedding, except for the wedding can fill. Tradition is just peer pressure from dead people. I never thought of it like that. But some traditions are good. My family has some traditions. Some of them, like maybe one or two is questionable. But like for the most part, most of the traditions that we have, it's good. And they're not all from dead people. At least I don't think so. I'm talking about in my family. Well, now they're dead. But rest in peace, Grandma and Grandpa. Not the a-hole. Your sister's comments is bizarre considering you're older than her. So it wouldn't be a surprise that you get married before her. Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. They're right. OP's 26, right? If I'm not wrong, then I'll probably and the sister's 23. So dumb, I swear. God, that's like my cousin, 7 years older than me, getting married before I do. Obviously, you're gonna get married before I do. You're older than me. Like what? Plus, as she's not living nearby or able to make the trip back for anything but the wedding, it wouldn't make sense for her to be the maid of honor. Exactly. So dumb. Is this by any chance your half sister, i.e., stepmom's bio child? That's what I was thinking, because is she both of y'all's stepmother? Because if she's only your stepmother, of course you're gonna defend her child like that's my child. You're not about to, exclude her for no reason. Not saying that she in the right, because it's not school lunch. It's a wedding, not hers. It would make sense to why both your stepmom and sister are creating needless drama. Either way, you're about to get married and it's your responsibility to protect your new family from this drama quick. Exactly. Cut them off. Never talk to them again. I think you'll be fine without talking to them again. Really, if you ask me, you'll be fine. Start setting very clear boundaries around behavior and expectations now, but it'll only get worse. Exactly. If you don't start running with the expectation, if you don't hit the ground running with expectations, it's not going to end well. All right. What do you think? I definitely think she's not the a-hole. So if you have any opinions about any of the other stories, y'all just put them down below. Make sure you state which story you're talking about. But let's go on to our next story. Am I the a-hole for asking my friend to take down her bachelorette party photo? They got voted not the a-hole. Okay, I'm just going from the title. It's funny when people say, hey, take something down that's not for them. It's for, it's not for the person saying it. It's for the other person. You can't make nobody do something for something that belongs to them. You can't say, oh, delete that picture unless it's of them. Like, delete that picture of you that you took 2 weeks ago. No, it's my picture. Let's see if we agree. To start this off, I'm a Muslim woman. Oh, yeah, I think I already know where it's going. She's most likely not the a-hole. She's left. Just from that one sentence alone, I already knew. Tell me if you knew. Tell me what you think is gonna happen, because I feel like I think I know what's gonna happen. Because it's very simple. I'm a Muslim woman who wears the hijab. Yep. I cover my hair and most of my body. I do not judge those who do not do the same, nor do I try to impose my beliefs onto others. Everyone will have their own personal journeys. Just as I know I'm not perfect, I cannot judge others for it either. Okay, OP, you're cool. You're cool, people. I, 23 female, recently went to a friend's bachelorette party. Women only. No drinks, just girls being girls, and celebrating a friend's soon-to-be marriage. Maya, 24, has been a friend of mine since kindergarten, and I'm more than happy to be part of such a big part of her life. She isn't religious, but accepts my views, and is even going to let me wear a more modest style abba as her maid of honor. What's a abba? Oh, I'm going to insert a picture right there. Anyway, okay, it's a Muslim thing. Well, it's a dress, but for her specifically. This is to say that Maya understands the hijab and what it means to me, or so I thought. Ooh, I know where this is going, but I still gotta be dramatic. At the party, I took it off as it was just women. We were going to sleep over anyway, so I didn't think anyone was going to expect me to sleep in the thing. Oh my god, I never thought about it like that. So wait, I have a question. If I have any Muslims in my audience, despite my name and I'm not Muslim, I have a question for the hijab wearing women out there. If you're watching this video, I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything, but okay, so how does it work? Do y'all wear it? Obviously, I don't know if everybody wears it to sleep. I think that would cause a lot of pain, but it's like a bonnet for y'all, like a do-rag or whatever. Anyway, do you wear it in your house? Do you wear it around your sons? What's the barrier for entry? Because I know it's around men, but do you have to wear it while an uncle visits or a nephew? Or is it in your household? Everybody, your son can see your hair, or your husband. It's a modesty thing. So I get wearing it in public, but do you also have to wear it inside? I sound very ignorant right now. I'm sorry. I always find it funny how they react when they see my hair, I'm secretly Rapunzel or something. Speaking of which, what do y'all do with your hair? Cause I know not everybody, got a bob, in the mode or something, but a lot of y'all got long hair. Y'all just be hiding it, as y'all should. Do what you want. Choice. We watched a movie, took some photos and videos, and generally had a good time. I had no problem with the photos being taken, since my friends are usually respectful and don't post them anywhere. It just stays in our group chat. We went to sleep, and the next day everything was normal. We cleaned up and I drove home, finally checking my phone. I opened Instagram to the tagged icon and checked it to see myself and the girls on Maya's public account. Maya, you know this girl is a Muslim. You know this girl be wearing her hijab. She be wearing that every time you see her. Y'all be still shocked when y'all see her hair because she rarely take it off. She felt safe with her friends. her girls, and you betrayed her. Maya, are you white? I quickly messaged Maya, asking her to take it down before anyone else saw it, as I couldn't control whether or not some guy was going to see her post, and she refused, saying there were no other good photos of her. Crop her out! What? Saying, okay, not my fault that you were ugly. I simply asked her to crop me out of the photo or even draw over my hair and neck, but she said that would look wrong and that I'm overreacting. You know this girl feels a certain kind of way. She's trying to be modest. You know how them dudes be wearing them ski masks? That's how it is. But for her, it's like actually culturally significant. Them hood people, them ghetto thugs, be like wearing the ski mask. That's not a cultural thing. I insisted I wasn't, and that she knew I couldn't show my hair to just anyone. Exactly. You knew this. You're allowing her to wear a certain kind of dress to your wedding because you know she's a modest person. Why would she not be modest because she's in your house? No, because you posted an Instagram picture. You don't just be modest half the time. You gotta be modest all the time. Does she not know how modesty works? God. No. Allah. Instead of responding to me, she took it to the group chat as some sort of counsel. Half of them agreed she shouldn't have posted a photo of me without my hijab, and a couple others told me I was overreacting and no one cared besides me. I mean, to be honest, I'm not saying that she's wrong, because she's not wrong. But like for the most part, if you just scroll up on a post like randomly and you don't know any of these people, you'd be like, okay, it's a bunch of women, and then continue moving. You either like or just move on or whatever. You're not gonna be like, oh, that woman's committing haram. Send her to hell immediately. Allah doesn't love you anymore. That's not gonna happen. But that's still her choice to wear it, and that's still her choice to choose not to be posted. Like, she can take, it's a picture of herself. Should note that one of the most vocal of them who disagreed generally doesn't like me. So she would have disagreed regardless of what I said. Why are you friends with these people? I'm not saying that everybody in the friend group, gotta be locked in, they ain't gotta be twins, but like what? Most of us are arguing her to take the post down, and now she's claiming we're putting her under a lot of stress with the wedding only a couple of weeks away. But I don't see what this has to do with this. What that has to do with it. It has nothing to do with it. Girl, if it's causing you so much stress, just delete it. Am I really being unreasonable for wanting to be respected? Am I the a-hole? No, you're not. Edit. There were about 40 photos, and I was in only 6 of them. People are under the impression that I was in every photo taken. I wasn't. Yet, I was in almost half of those that were posted. All the ones that were posted were candidates. I don't know what candidates are. Oh, a genuine moment. Okay. It's the fact that I want to be a photographer, as a side thing, as a hobby. And I don't know what candidate is. I took candidates. There's plenty of them. Let's read some of the comments. She's not your friend. If a friend of mine asked me to remove a photo of them, for whatever reason, they'd be removed from the photo before the day ended. Exactly. My friends can trust me 100% that I wouldn't put them in a position that makes them uncomfortable. Exactly. Yet again. But at this point, you have no control. You can ask her to remove the photo, but you can't control it. Learn from this and don't trust her again. You can't let your guard down around anyone. Exactly. My paper metaphor. Keep that in mind. My paper metaphor. It's all wrinkled up. It's all wrinkled up. That trust is never coming back again. My husband is very private and doesn't want his photos online anyway. Friends posted photos of him, photos on Facebook that they took at our wedding and quickly took them down when asked. There's nothing unreasonable about asking your friends to remove photos of you from social. Exactly. Those are keepers. It's all BS on this innocent accident. The only good photo of her. She reacted like OP was Rapunzel for letting her hair down at the event, took pictures, and then not only put them on the public Instagram account, but tagged OP, who only has images of herself wearing a hijab on her own public Instagram. Wow. Oh yeah, she did mention her having a private Instagram, like because she's a private one. Okay, not she's definitely the a-hole. Block this woman. Cut her off. I hate to say it, but sometimes, oh shit, you don't need to interact with people for real. This feels like the hijab version of tricking someone who doesn't eat into eating something that isn't halal, kosher, vegetarian, just to publicly point it out after the fact. This isn't a lack of respect. This is a violation. Exactly. Her religion is a good reason, but that doesn't even matter as to was the a-hole here. If someone you don't have consent to put someone's photo picture on the internet, you have to respect that. Exactly. Right. Again, tell me what y'all think in the comments below. And let's go into our final story of the day. I'm the a-hole for excluding my siblings from my father's estate. They voted not the a-hole, but Reddit people crazy on him. I don't even have it, but I know. But some of y'all are crazy. As there are multiple paragraphs, long paragraphs at that. A few years ago, my father suffered a stroke and never fully recovered. He's unable to walk and requires constant care. Since then, I have been working remotely and moved back to help take care of him. I have 2 half-siblings from his side of the family who have disappeared since he had the stroke. For context, my father wasn't close with either me or my siblings. Okay, so that doesn't really require them to say, like, for real. I've done everything. Managing his finances, his businesses, his debts, taking him to the doctor, buying his medication, staying at the hospital when he had another stroke scare, everything. I had to sell some of his assets to cover his debts, deal with the bank, and manage his daily needs at the retirement home where he often misbehaves due to mood changes from the stroke. Oh my god, this woman is. I'm stressed. I'm stressed for her reading this paragraph. Imagine living this life every day. I'd be exhausted. She needs a vacation. How old is she? Like, I need to know how old this woman is, because if she in her 20s, it don't sound like she got kids or anything. But like, if she like like in her early 20s, like teens, like late teens, early 20s, God, I like not early 20s, but you know, like 20s, 30s, anything where she's a young, you need to be out enjoying your life. It don't matter how old she is. It's crazy that she's doing all this. I buy all his necessities like toothpaste, etc. Meanwhile, my half-siblings do absolutely nothing. I mean, obviously, they're not there. Like, why would they do something when they're not there? Despite my efforts to establish some relationship with them, they want nothing to do with me or my father. They haven't seen or spoken to him in 5 years. I even offered to pay for their travel expenses. But they took the money and didn't. No. Opie, that was your mistake. You don't send them the money. You buy it for them and send it to them. That's how you do that stuff. You don't just give people money. Oh, I don't want to talk. No, okay. Here's the ticket. If they don't do nothing with the ticket, that's one thing. Cause, oh, that means you spent the money on the tickets. That's on you. That's your fault. It's also your fault for sending these people money, expecting them to pay for a flight. You don't do that. You don't trust crazy people. I'm family with crazy people. Not saying I wouldn't see my family. I trust them. I speak to them, not on a daily basis, but I speak to my family semi-regularly. I've spoken to my family I don't go 5 years without talking to my family. Crazy. In the country where we live, children can't be excluded from the will, so when he passes away, his estate would be split 4 ways. He is still married to my sibling's mother. Wait. He married? What the fuck doing? Did she also suffer a stroke? Did they suffer simultaneous strokes? I realize that slightly sounds crazy. What's she doing? Like, are they separated? It's like a separation type thing? Or like, cause how you married, how your husband had a stroke and you just deuces. Like, I get not wanting to have the burden put on you for everything, but this woman, I didn't hear her mention of any wife up in here. I didn't hear her mention of wife. Her whereabouts are. Did she die? Obviously she didn't die, because It says still married. So what is swimming at? Did she move with her kids? Because the kids seem like they grown. This year, how many business went due to unforeseen circumstances? And my father asked me to liquidate it. He gave me power of attorney and told me he wanted to buy a house in my name and pay him rent until he passes away. Initially, I was taken aback by this, as it means my siblings will receive little inheritance. However, everyone around me, including family and friends, believes my siblings don't deserve anything because they abandoned him, while I have been caring for him for the past 5 years. It's woman, they don't deserve not a single dime, not even a cent, not even half a cent. Give them a quarter of a cent. Divide a penny into fourths. Give them, well, 3, yeah. Give them each a quarter of a penny. Yeah. Then they'll be happy. That's the inheritance. That's how much financially. But actually, they should give you money because they took money from you. Yeah, that's how they should work. Am I the a-hole if I go through with my father's wishes? Honestly, part of me resents my siblings for leaving me to shoulder this burden alone. Even though my father and I were never close, I just couldn't let him suffer without help. You are not. You are not the a-hole. How could you possibly be the a-hole? What? Oh, because according to your country, I don't know what country you're from, but whatever, according to your country, the siblings can't be children can't be excluded from the whale. They don't deserve to be in the whale. Are any of y'all into girls like I am? Let's be honest. Y'all think she is or not? Any comments? Put them down below. Let's read some of these comments. You wouldn't be the a-hole if you honor your dad's wishes. However, I would be consulting with a lawyer long before you take any action. You can never go wrong with a lawyer. The thing that he proposed is legal. Oh, this is OP responding. His lawyers also work for me and have given me the legal A-OK to go through with it. Not the a-hole. It is called estate planning. Your dad knows exactly what he's doing and is showing his appreciation for you stepping exactly. That's for you, for being there, for showing up every day, being there, 25 hours, 8 days a week, 372 days a year. You be there every day, every night. You be buying his, you be dealing with his debts. You have power of attorney for that business. Take that, run with it. Ew, this is your father's choice, not yours. It's not your guilty care. Exactly, it's them kids. Where is the mom? Info, you mentioned your father is still married to your half-sibling's mother. Are they older or younger than you? Also, you said your father wasn't really close to his kids. Did he abandon them or not really spend time with them? Was it an affair or separation involved? So he split up with his wife from his wife like 10 years ago. Okay. Alright. If I was wondering where she was at, your husband just had a stroke. It has the equivalent of what would be a legal separation. So technically, while he is alive, he controls all his assets per law here. I am the oldest, but we are all adults. As far as I know, there was no affair. He lived with them until the oldest was 17 and the younger one was 16. He paid child support until they turned 21. The legal age child support stops here. What I do know is that his wife kicked them out and didn't even know they existed. Oh, I didn't even know they existed until I came back home one day to visit my grandma and he just told me. They were like 10 or 11 at the time and I instantly accepted them into my family. So did everyone else. He told me he is staying married because he wants to leave her his equivalent of what would be social security for her, which I don't see anything wrong with that. That answered some of my questions and a lot. I still would like to know how old she is because thank y'all so much for watching today's video. Thank you for being all the way to the end. Yeah, like I said, I'm starting a new series in my video. I might try to make another one of these in a couple of weeks. It was fun to make. I cannot wait till Dominic sends me some more stories. Thanks for watching. I hope you like and subscribe. Watch some of my other videos. A couple more videos for this month. I cannot wait for you to see it. And a day without laughter is a day wasted. Peace out.